join.
So we all are here with a noble purpose in our mind to help the society to grow. It is said that nothing can give us true happiness except service. So here from Srimati Doshi Women's College, we have gathered to offer our humble services for the progress of society and joining hands with Asha Foundation. So here I welcome on behalf of our college, Madam Principal Dr. Asha Menon, Madam Girija Deshpande, who is the project coordinator, Mr. Praful, who is the president of Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite, Madam Meera Raman, who is the founder of Asha Infinite Foundation. You all are welcome. I also welcome all the coordinators who joined their hands together, the Department of English head, Dr. Sachin Bombay, Dr. Nimisha Kamli from Department of BAMM, and Madam Anu from Department of Accountants and Finance, that is BAF. I also welcome all the faculties from Department of English, as well as I welcome all the Rotary actors of Srimati Doshi Women's College. So it is to inform the dignitaries that our volunteers, they are ready to take up the initiative that you have started, and we promise that we'll be able to do the most possible bit from our end. With this, I request our Madam Principal to kindly share her thoughts on the project. Over to you, Madam Asha.
Good morning, all of you once again. I'm happy that we are joining hands with Asha Foundation, and I'm also privileged that my English department has taken the lead to help us out in this project. Nobody better than them could have done it. And when I proposed for this program, they all willingly said, yes, ma'am, we'll definitely take it up. And that is how the English department joined hands with it. And then we also, the BAMN teacher, Dr. Nimisha Kamble also is an English professor. She also said that my students and I also will join in. And that is how two departments have taken the initiative to see that your vision is fulfilled. Not only that, you know, our students, many of them, unless they give something back to the society, they don't know what they're capable of. And that is one of the reasons why we, in our college, most of the departments have taken up this institutional social responsibility program. And every time there are students who are going to old age homes, the Human Development Department helps the pre-primary section students of of our trust school, where they are teaching life skills since the last 12 years. And we have seen marginal differences in them, and that is how, you know, the management keeps propelling interest in our in the teachers and the students to do something good for the society, so that, you know, you don't have things to give except your knowledge. So in future, when you start earning, maybe one portion of that can be given, but beyond that, there are so many other things that you can give. And with that thought, we are moving ahead to see and make us whatever slight difference we can in the society. Thank you so much involving us. And I would like to appreciate Mrs. Girija Deshpande's efforts and contribution in aligning with us for this program. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Asha. For me, it is like coming back home. So it is like, you know, I'm getting rewarded for something which I would love to do. So I'm very happy about this. So, yes, we can take it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asha Menon, madam, the principal of our college, and also Girija ma'am. We can really see the happiness that is there on your face, because we also go through that. You bear a part and parcel. You are still a part and parcel of SPNG family, and it's indeed nice to join hands in your project. So here, let's know more about Madam Girija Deshpande, who is the director and project coordinator from Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite. I request my colleague, Dr. Nimisha Kamli madam, to do the honors of introducing her to us.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and good morning, ma'am. Nice to see you after a long time. And I have always heard about Girija ma'am. This is my own personal experience that you have been a very dynamic English teacher in college, and still you are connected with us. That that says it's
I think
TG Consulting and HR Consultancy. She is a leadership coach and soft skills learning facilitator. She is a Rotarian from Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite. She initiated and started Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, the first of its kind in India. She is director of CSR projects and fundraising in Rotary Club Mumbai Elite. And her connection with our college, that is SP and Doshi Women's College, is very old and strong. So she was associated with us officially from 1996 to 2008. But I know a lot of times when ma'am has approached and she has tried to help us out. So thank you, ma'am, for being with us.
It is my pleasure, pride and privilege to be associated with this college. Every trustee I know has spent their blood, sweat and tears for this organization. And I will say the same thing about every teacher who is associated with this place. I'm very proud because I always talk about teachers who just come to an organization and deliver the classes and go, impart knowledge. But here it is not just imparting knowledge or information. That is not being done. Here it is infusing your personality in the student. That is what I've seen teachers do. The dedication with which, when I was working in Asha, we were all colleagues. Now Asha has become principal, and this is unfortunate that I couldn't work at the time when she's the principal. But the dedication with which the entire home science department has worked, I wanted to be part of every department in the college because of the way they've worked. I was working in the commerce section as well as some parts of home science. Wherever they were required, I've given the lectures. Whenever they would have vacation classes, I would go and teach. And of course, I was there in arts. In junior college, whenever there is a vacancy, I would go and do, because everywhere the teachers were so dynamic that even if you absorb 1% from somebody, you're going to be a good person. That was the beauty of the experience. And this project, I feel, my experience in life has been that whenever you teach somebody, even if you know 70% of a subject, if you've got to teach somebody, you want to be 100% and more, because somebody is going to ask you doubts. There is a lot of responsibility that you build in. So our students are that way very capable. And I'm very sure that Sachin sir was really worried that if the curriculum is going to be difficult. I said, of course, it is not going to be difficult. And secondly, the students will definitely level up to it and they will be able to do better than what they are today. Their confidence will improve. That's what I was telling even Meera ma'am, that in the paper, what they present may be something worth 70%, but if you talk to them, they may say that, okay, the confidence level may not look as though they will get even 50%. That is because of the less exposure to the possibilities of speaking. But now this will give them that exposure, and definitely our students can give a lot. Number one. Now, again, Asha ma'am was saying time and energy and teaching knowledge is the only thing that people can give us. But that is the only thing that is going to last forever. If somebody gives me a gift, say a dress, I will grow out of it. They give me food that is going to be, I'm going to enjoy it for one time. They take me somewhere, I'm going to enjoy that experience. But what exactly happens is when somebody gives me knowledge, all my life I remember, I'm not able to forget my 7th standard school teacher, 10th standard school teacher. But I don't remember whoever bought me dress so often. Several people have bought me gifts. I don't remember all those gifts, nor are those gifts there in the house also. Not many of them I'm able to keep. Some of them are broken, some of them have gone outdated, but not knowledge. You build on it, and that is another thing. And English speaking skill is something very, very essential. All of us know it. Not that knowing your mother tongue is less important. I'm not comparing that at all. Knowing your mother tongue or knowing as many languages as possible is good. But we know that in 53 countries, English is the official language. The most spoken language may be Mandarin in China. That is because that is a population growth. But even Chinese, why are they struggling so hard to learn English? And why are they going so much to America, to Britain to study? Because they realize that access to English is access to a whole new open world, to media, to science, to every possibility. And now we find, now during the last 3 years, so many startups have come from small villages. So many organizations, entrepreneurs have come from small villages, and they are approaching us that I want to write a proposal so that I can get this from the bank, get loan from the bank. I want somebody to mentor me, to coach me, to guide me. So through BYST, that is Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust, we are training, coaching young entrepreneurs. So brilliant, such brilliant ideas come from small villages. So that is why what Meera ma'am is doing, what Asha Foundation, Infinite Foundation is doing, has got tremendous potential. You never know, these students will be reaching out to say 120, 140, 190 students, and you'll be teaching them. Out of them, who else is going to become tomorrow a big business owner? You never know. So all of you are sowing the seeds of confidence, greatness in people, the capacity to express themselves boldly and come out in life. I'm very sure that somewhere you will spark off their creativity. All of you who are students, I'm talking about those interns, we will call them interns, who will be doing it, because you'll be getting an internship certificate at the end of the course from Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite, as well as from Asha Foundation. So, and definitely those who perform very well will be getting awards. And I'm sure that the best award that you can get is that satisfaction when the student tells you, ma'am, you did such an excellent job, and they want to keep in touch with you even after the course is over. That is best. Like so many of my Facebook friends are all my students. And I feel so happy knowing whatever stages they are in. That is the beauty of being a teacher. Any part of the world you go, there is somebody. I went to World Twin Towers, and there comes a student there. So you never know. At the most unexpected places, somebody will appear and say, ma'am, you are here. And your heart gets, wow, that's it. So all of you are becoming teachers. I'm so very happy about it. Now back over to your computer. Thank you so much, Asha.
Thank you so much. So it's indeed a pleasure to know about you, and also sharing how much happy you are to know that these many students will be soon becoming teachers and joining our fraternity. So it indeed gives us a great pleasure. Thank you so much. With this, I request you, Madam Girija, to focus on the nitty-gritties of this project, how we all will go about, and how the sessions will be conducted, and how the training programs will go ahead for our students so that they become capable of taking it ahead with all of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. At present, I think our Praful Ervankar will speak, right? You will have to introduce Praful Ervankar, and he will be speaking. After that, Meera Menon will, Meera ma'am will talk about the entire course and describe. So you can introduce Praful so that he will just introduce the group. Yeah. Who is introducing Praful? As per the program.
Savita, madam. I request my colleague, Madam Anurani Anthony, to introduce Sir to the students.
Yes, thank you.
Very good morning, everyone. Myself, Anurani, greatly honored to be a part of this event. I'm greatly honored to introduce our second speaker, Sir Praful Yervankar, who is the president of Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite. He is the co-founder and director of Un Management Services Private Limited. This is one of the most renowned HR services firms with a specialized experience of strengthening of businesses by providing 360-degree support for all their non-core activities. They offer a single platform that provides all the support services and business can ask for, from insurance services to administration. There are about 12,000 people strong and growing. I mean, those who are successful through this institution. Thank you, Praful Yervankar, sir, for being with us. Thank you so much.
Yes, Praful, you can address them and then they are eager to know about the course. Yes,
So,
please go.
thank you, Girija ma'am, Meera ji, and Asha ma'am for making me a part of the session today. It is overwhelming, and it is actually nice to be back to college as well. So it's wonderful to connect with students, with teacher. In fact, today, 4th of August, happens to be one of my favorite teachers' birthday as well. She used to teach genetics with us, and as rightly Girija ma'am had mentioned, it is always nice to stay connected to your teachers. It is because it is not just the 2-3 years that we learn from them. The learning is ongoing. It is an ongoing process. We keep on learning throughout our lifetime. So the more you stay connected with them, you can actually look at them not as teachers who teach you a specific subject, but you can look at them from a perspective of they being a coach to you for your life. Okay. And they do it for free. They do not charge you anything. They are more than happy to stay connected with you and help you with whatever you're doing. Coming back to the topic that we are on today, it is very close to my heart. As the madam who introduced me mentioned that we are 12,000 people company, and we are into providing HR services. We started this thing in the year 2012, and as we speak, we are actually a 14,000 company now, 14,000 people company now. And the importance of skilling and skill development is something that I have myself been experiencing in the last few years. Unfortunately or coincidentally, although we are a 130 crore country, skill development and skilling is an issue which still persists in our country. And there are very few people who are actually working in this space. So there are people who want to do jobs, and as Girija ma'am rightly mentioned, people who learn in rural areas, they are smart, they are excellent in their own subjects. However, when you actually are connecting with the rest of the world, language becomes a large barrier. And if we can break that barrier or help these kids break that barrier, then that will become a huge part. I would myself be more than happy to partner this on from an organizational perspective. In fact, we have tied up with organizations like Magic Bus and Plan India. We hire a lot of people from them. We roll out close to 3,000 offer letters on a month-on-month basis since the last few months. So I would be more than happy to offer employment to some of these kids once they are done with this curriculum. And all the best to Meera ji, all the best to Asha ma'am, and Girija ma'am is always there to support from the club's perspective. We all are there, and whatever extra you think that we can contribute, as Asha ma'am mentioned, that it is not just about money, but if we can contribute to the learnings and knowledge that we have, then that is a permanent thing. So we would be more than happy. Thanks so much for inviting me today. And it's really wonderful. It's nice to be back to college, and looking forward to hearing more about the project today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Praful. Over again to the compeer. Then you can introduce Meera ma'am, and then Meera ma'am will describe the project, and we can move on to the question and answer sessions. And Zubair and Deepak has also joined. Any questions you have about the project, and you are also welcome to ask, because again, our club is also a contributor. Yes, please go ahead.
All right. So yes, it was nice to hear from Rotarian Praful Advankar sir, and it's indeed a pleasure to also support his dream projects, whatever he has for his year. So, and moving forward, I request my colleague Dr. Vinod Jalde sir to introduce Madam Meera Raman to us, who is the founder of Asha Infinite Foundation.
Good morning, all the dignitaries present for the meeting, my colleagues and dear students. It's a pleasure to introduce Ms. Meera Raman. She is the founder and CEO of Asha Infinite Foundation, a non-profit organization which has been teaching English to underprivileged students since 2014. Asha Infinite Foundation has educated more than 2,000 children till now. Her NGO has collaborated with more than 25 organizations like orphanages, delinquent homes to teach children who are in need. Madam has worked as a sub-editor for Vidya Times Bangalore and has written more than 100 articles for reputed dailies like Deccan Herald, Bangalore, and Arab News Riyadh. She's an all India artist and has scripted and produced more than 75 programs, interviews, talk shows, educational programs, company, etc. She has anchored a 13-episode interior design show on Udaya TV Bangalore. She holds 2 master's degrees, MA in English Literature and MA in Sociology. She has done phonics professional development course from Jolly Learning, a diploma in interior design from Johnson and Nicholson, diploma in creative writing in English from IGNU, and a certificate course in pedagogy of early reading and writing from Azim Premji University. She has also done her Montessori training from Indian Montessori Center. She loves to sing and has completed her diploma in Carnatic classical vocal music. We are indeed honored, ma'am, to be associated with you. And I welcome Miss Meera Raman, ma'am, to address the gathering. Thank you.
Thank you all. I'm always excited to meet Mumbaikars. And I must say, Asha and Fanat Foundation started in Mumbai itself. I was living in Jogeshwari. I was living in a high-rise apartment, Oberoi Splendor. And right next door, we had a park and we had a lot of children coming from these chawls and all that into this park. And that is where our first steps of Asha and Fanat started. We started teaching children there and the community has just grown. So it's lovely to meet you all. So I will not bore you with any long speeches. So we get into the crux of the matter. I'm glad that you people have taken up this internship program wherein you'll be teaching students who are allocated to you. You'll be teaching them. There are two, there's a little bit of settling down required, or you can all hear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So what are we trying to do here? We are trying to teach English to underprivileged children and adults, people who are coming from government schools, students who are from government schools, or maybe they are in rural areas and they don't have good teachers out there, or some of them don't even have a teacher and they're struggling with English, and these are the students whom we are going to help. So there are different levels in our program. So it starts with a 0 level, which is a phonics program, okay, for a person who cannot read and write at all. And then you have a reading program from level 1 to level 5. Then other than that, the next is spoken English, level 1, level 2, and level 3. So like how Girija ma'am said, it's not going to be tough. We're not going to give you one full classroom and say, okay, go ahead and teach a class. That's not how it's going to be. You're given only one student. So as a teacher, you will be teaching only one student, and you will be doing it thrice a week. And there's a time that is connected between you and the student, and you make a regular phone call. You don't even make a video call. It's not Zoom. You don't have to look at the student, because our beneficiaries, they cannot support network on a regular basis. So they may not have a smartphone, or they're not able to provide a network for the whole class of 40 minutes throughout the month. So it's a regular audio class that happens. And how will the teaching happen? So first thing, there is a process wherein all of you onboard as teachers with us. Then afterwards, there's a small training program. There is one assessment that we do of you. Okay, what is your level of capability as a teacher? And then what we will do, we'll connect you to a student whom you can help. So you don't have to worry, you're not going to teach English literature, you're not going to teach English grammar. This is basics of reading. For example, I was telling Girija ma'am just now, there is a village near Maharashtra itself. It's a border of Maharashtra, North Karnataka. There are 25 families here, and they have one government school, and there's only one teacher who himself struggles with English. And these children, what is happening? They come to the city for jobs, and they're finding it very difficult, and they're going back to the village. So that is where these people approached us saying that, can you please help? So these are the kind of people that you will be teaching. The teaching material is provided to you. What you have to teach is taken care of. How you will teach is taken care of. All you have to do is give your time on a regular basis. And you are children, students who have access to internet. You know, there is so many, if you start looking on the net, there are so many resources available, how you can become more creative, how you can teach this concept differently. How do I send a video to this child, maybe to listen to a story? And along with that, we have umpty number of resources that we have put in folders, which we'll be sharing with you. So all your work is just you teach the student. So what I have seen is all these underprivileged students, when Praful uncle or a Girija auntie teaches, they are not too interested, but they want to learn from Didi and Bhaiya. So they always, when they have an older person, they feel not so well connected, but to a peer-to-peer learning. So both of you will exchange notes. ठीक है, आपका गांव में कैसा है, आप क्या करते हो, आपका टीवी है. So there is so much of interaction happening, and there's learning from each other. There is bonding, there is mentoring. So it's a beautiful journey. I don't know if you remember that many years back, maybe you wouldn't know, there was something called pen friend, wherein we write to a friend and then you be in touch with that friend. It was so exciting for us, because that was not the time of age book, the Facebook, WhatsApp, nothing. So you're just so excited to meet some person somewhere whom you have not seen. You're exchanging letters, exchanging thoughts, notes, and you stay friends with them for a long time. So that is what this is going to happen now. You'll be introduced to a friend who is somewhere far off. You may never get to see this person, but you're actually teaching them, you're mentoring them, you're helping them, and you'll become friends for life. Because I have seen some people, they still call up their mentors. We have told them, we are not supposed to keep in touch after the program is over, but mutually they say, nahi, didi se baat karna tha, kuch पूछना था, अभी अच्छा what is that serial क्या चल रहा है English में देखने के लिए, I believe. So that is the kind of thing that happens. So it's going to be an exciting journey for you. And later, when you take up a profession, Mr. Praful sir will know this, that there are so many skills that is required for you to gear up for a job, which sometimes our institutions, educational institutions, find it difficult to teach you all those things, all these work in the real world that you will require. It may be communication skills, it may be marketing skills, it may be leadership roles, all these things. There are so many things. Once you're left, for example, there is something called a basket of work that we give you other than teaching. One is teaching. Yes, of course, you're given a student. Then other than that, there are a range of activities that are given to you. You can work on our social media platforms and create posts and engagements and create content, teaching material for us. There are so many things that you can do in this organization. You won't believe, my HR department is run by a 19-year-old, 21-year-old, and a 23-year-old. So these are the 3 students who are running our HR department, who will be interviewing you, who will be talking to you, and who do the onboarding of the teachers. So it's all exciting. It's different kind of work that you're doing, and it gives you a taste of the real world. So like I'm telling you about this basket of work that is offered, even choosing work can be a learning in itself. I have seen my son, he's studying in IIT Madras. Before that, he was in an educational institution wherein all the curriculum is given to them. Okay, this is what they have to study and this is what they have to do. And they are set with it. You know, this is your curriculum. But when you're given a choice, when the decision making is required, you don't know. So now my son out there, there are so many umpteen opportunities for him there, and he says, I really don't know how to choose. But when you intern here, there are so many activities that's available to you. We don't say, okay, you have to do this, you have to do this. You choose what you would like to do. Then you will explore. There may be some activity wherein you want to hone your skill, and you say, okay, I need help here in communication. I'm going to go there and take up this work, which will help me in marketing. It will help me in communication. Or you may say, I love creative writing. I just want to do all those things that I'm already comfortable with and improve my skill. So that is something that you can choose. And I have some interns, sometimes they take 3-4 things, then afterwards they don't have time. So they don't know how to manage time. So these are the things you will learn here when you work in the organization as an intern. And your term here will be typically 5 to 6 months, which is one level of teaching that you do. But I have interns here who started off doing this program for a certificate, but they are still with us even after 2 years. This HR department that I told you, all the 3 girls, they have finished the internship, they have taken the certificate, they have taken the letter of recommendation, but they're still with us, but because they enjoy doing what they're doing. So this is the time for you to explore what, for example, you may want to get into a job of HR later, but you don't know what kind of job is there in HR. So maybe you can assist in our HR department. So you understand, okay, ऐसा बनता है कि oh ये काम करना है, हाँ बाबा मुझे नहीं चाहिए. Or maybe you say, oh lovely, I love this, I want to do this. So this is the time for you this is not just about giving back to the society. It's about learning. It's about upskilling yourself, learning new things and exciting things. And on top of that, you get a certificate. And this social work certificate, I don't know how many of you know that it's crucial, especially when you apply for universities abroad. You get very good scholarships, and you get seats in good universities if your essay is good and if your SOP is good. Your resume is enhanced because of the work that you do here. So it's an exciting journey out here, and we're all there for you for whatever mentoring you require, whatever training you require, whatever help you require. So just simply jump on board, and you will enjoy it. Yeah, so we can just open up for, we can open up for
the question answers if they have any questions. Thank you, Meera. You were quite explanatory, but I'm sure students will have a lot of questions. So if they have any questions.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Meera Raman madam, for
teachers also, those who are going, 1 minute, there are teachers who are coordinating with the students. You also might have many questions. So please, you can also ask questions.
Yes. So first of all, I put my sincere thanks to Madam Meera Raman for her elaborate awareness regarding how this project is going to enhance employability skills for students, as well as they can definitely give back to society and preparing themselves so that they can find their passion and really go ahead with. Now we are moving to question answer sessions. Because you all are going to execute the project through you, you must be having n number of questions. So mic will be handed over to you. Please frame your questions so that the resource person will be able to answer and you'll get the clarity. All right. So students, over to you, and I request my colleague Dr. Shivaji Mehta sir to handle this question answer session.
Thank you, Sarita madam. Before we can open up the questions from the students, or before we get these questions from the student volunteers, there are a few questions from the teachers. On behalf of teachers, I would like to ask, it was indeed self-explanatory, but I would just like to know the levels, since madam was muted in between, so that was not clear, the levels which are to be taken up by the volunteers.
Levels, is it? Okay. So basically, like I told you, I hope I got the question right. You're talking about what are the levels of the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there is something called a 0 level. That is phonics, wherein alphabets and simple words are taught through the methodology of phonics. That is 0 level. So the interns may be connected to a student out there who may not be able to read and write at all. So they'll be starting from the fundamentals. So that is the 0 level, which is the phonics program. Then you have reading program, that is DRP, we call it distance reading program, because everything happens over a phone call. So you have DRP level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 levels of reading program. After that, you have spoken English 1, 2, and 3. So these are the several programs that are available for any beneficiary who walks into the organization. So these are the things that your students who are interns will be teaching. So the way it will work is we will do a small assessment of the interns to understand what is their teaching capability, what is their English capability, so that we can offer something to them that is going to be very easy. So we don't want them to struggle. Okay, what is the meaning of this word? Okay, how do I teach? You don't have to think so much. We don't, because I know you are also having your own school curriculum, you have your own studies to do. So we'll give you something very easy to do. The challenge will be for you to how to creatively teach, how to make the child responsive, interactive. How does the child listen to this lesson that you're teaching in an interesting way, how you will teach. So now you will understand how your teachers will struggle to make a class interesting for you. How you'll be making noise, or maybe you're in your phone and you're not listening when the teacher is speaking. So this is the challenge. When now you become the teacher and you start teaching, you will realize how important it is for a student to listen. So that is when your creativity will come into the picture, and you have to make it interesting for the child. You must realize the child outside, on the other side, who is sitting and listening to you, listening and learning from you, may be hungry for all you know. Maybe that child is struggling with so many other things. They have small homes. They don't have enough space. There is a lot of noise out there. Maybe the child is expected to work at home, work in the fields, do some other work, then come and study. So these are the struggles and the background of the student that you are teaching. So you have to be empathetic to them, be very nice to them, be very friendly to them. It's not just about learning. First lesson ho gaya, second lesson ho gaya, third lesson. Nahin, it doesn't matter. You aapne 5 lessons kiya hai, kafi hai, doesn't matter. But unko, you have to build confidence in that student. अरे क्या है बाबा, ये एक लैंग्वेज है, इंग्लिश क्या है उसमें, और कुछ नहीं है. हम लोग घर में जो लैंग्वेज बात करते हैं, कैसे सीखते हैं? We can't read, we can't write as children, but अच्छे से बात कर लेते हैं ना. मम्मी से सीखते हैं, पापा से सीखते हैं, सुन के हम सीखते हैं ना. ऐसे ही है. But this is just a language. So what you should also do is build confidence in the child and make it interesting for the child. So that is where the challenge will be, not in delivering the content. I don't see any problem in that.
Excellent. I was teaching one minute. I was teaching with an organization called Yashan Foundation, and I did not know I was teaching standard. And when I talked with him, he said that he is working as a laborer in a construction site, and he was very tired one day. And when I'm talking on the phone, he's saying, and I felt that he was sleeping. So I asked him what happened. So he said, I have not slept for last 2 days. What happened? He said, my neighbor died, and all their relatives and all came to my house, and I had to be outside. So I have not slept at all. So I said, okay, fine. कोई problem नहीं कि आज आपको बैठना ही है. आज आप सो जाओ, कल नहीं मेरे यशम फाउंडेशन में गुस्सा करे. कोई गुस्सा नहीं करेगा, वापस बात करते हैं, मैं रिपोर्ट भी नहीं करूंगी, ठीक है. Then next day I called up on a day when he was not supposed to have the class, and completed. Why I'm saying, when you said it, I remembered. So what is more important कि उनका empathy, उनका क्या condition से वो लोग आ रहे हैं, उनका क्या है, तो वो rapport आप build करेंगे, तो it will become easy for you. Talk with them, understand about their family conditions. वो पहले बोलेंगे नहीं, झिझकेंगे, तो पहले आप शेयर करो. मेरा फैमिली में इतने लोग हैं, मैं ऐसा करती हूँ, ऐसा कर रही हूँ. Then अपने आप वो लोग बोलेंगे. The first is when we open our hearts, they also open their hearts. That is something very important. Yes. Next question, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Connected to what Meera has said, there is one more doubt which I would like to ask. As you rightly said that the students will be allocated to the interns. So can you please explain the mechanism of allotting the students? How do you do that?
So basically, all the interns will register themselves on a Google registration form and they provide their details. Especially the most important thing is the timing that they're available and the regional language that they know. So these are the two things that are important for us. Once the registration of the intern happens, what we do, the next thing is we look at that data and we look at the student data and we connect the student and the teacher who are matching. So like I said, one is the English capability of the teacher and the English requirement of the student. Then the time that matches between the student and the teacher, and the regional language compatibility. We try to, as much as possible, connect the students and the teachers who can speak the same language. But you know, India is a diverse country and we have so many languages out there. So sometimes that matching may not happen. But still, these are the things we look at and we connect. Then the phone number is given to the intern. Even before that, there's an orientation that happens for the interns wherein they understand what they have to teach, how they have to teach, where should they access the resources. We provide all the resources online. So how should they share the resources with the students? All these things are oriented. Then after that, you are connected to the intern is connected to the beneficiary, and then the class starts. And then there is a reporting mechanism wherein after they complete the class, they have to post a report on a regular basis. And any problem they have, maybe the student is not picking up or something, maybe you find, okay, the student, whatever he's learning, unko aur kuch seekhna hai, you feel the child, it's very easy for this child, or maybe the child is struggling. So we would have assessed this student also. In spite of that, sometimes that matching may not happen. They can reach out to us and we say, okay, we will try out another level for the student. So basically, there's only one student that a intern is connected to. That is where it's going to be easy, the teaching. And it's going to be thrice a week, and 50 sessions to 60 sessions will complete one level. So our expectation is that an intern completes 60 sessions with the student.
Thank you, ma'am. There is one of the volunteers who want to ask the question. May I invite Amin Sheikh? Amin, please come and ask your question.
Hello, ma'am. We will get the training. How many days training will be given? How? Please start.
Training is just maybe say around 2 hours of orientation that we do, unless you are going to take up the phonics program wherein a little bit of skilling is required. You need to understand what that phonics program is all about. Even that, what we will do, we will not give all the material to do to sit and study and learn. It will happen in phases wherein you are taught little bit and you will teach your student that much. So that is how it will go. So we don't spend more than a couple of hours in training.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, Amri, for asking this question. Ma'am, one more doubt from teacher side. It's more of a college concern. What would be the procedure to check the work of the interns so far as the college is concerned?
Yeah, so the reports are one thing wherein which gives us the attendance of the intern, wherein as they keep reporting, we understand that how often they are teaching, then what is the improvement in the student, what are the difficulties they face. So because the reporting mechanism, it doesn't have just marks. There is an anecdotal report also that they post wherein, okay, today the network was not working, the child was not feeling well, or he didn't pick up the phone call. All those things are captured out there so that we can do whatever troubleshooting that is required. So all these anecdotal reports help us. And on other than this, what we do is randomly we sit in the class. That is, we just when the class is happening, once in a while what we do, we know the time when the class happens, no? So we make the student, we enter the class and we also listen in to understand how the class is happening. But other than that, there is no 100% monitoring that happens for the teacher or the student. the teacher is, the student intern, the teacher is left on his own to be responsible and do a good job.
Thank you, ma'am. One of my colleagues, Anburani, wants to ask a question. Anburani, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. There are few students of our TY batch. Basically, I'm faculty of BAP department. So TY students have joined. We have a subject called as internship, wherein we have to work under a firm. But there are some students struggling to find the internship, and we asked to principal ma'am also in that we have a requirement that the experience, like the work they do, we need it in the college letterhead. I mean the firm letterhead. So how many of the work hours they work, we need the things to be, we have our own format, but that needs to be printed on the firm's letterhead. So basically in this case, how you will give the internship certificate?
I didn't understand this question. Are you talking about the certificate that we give to the students later?
Yes, ma'am. I'm asking about the certificate which we will be providing after completion of this project.
Okay, so you have a certain template, you say?
Yes, we do have a template.
Sure. So generally, see, we have a set template, but along with that, whatever the organization requires, we can put that template. That should not be a problem. That should not be a problem. In fact, even the program, the internship program also, sometimes it is designed according to the need of the intern. For example, I will tell you, we had around 80 students from NMIMS college. Okay, all these students, when they were interning with us, we sat with their professors to discuss what is the skill that the students require, the interns require. So they said, ma'am, these people, they're very bad in marketing. They don't know how to go and approach people, how to talk to people. Then I said, there is one job here available, that is the internship activity that is available, wherein they have to reach out to more volunteers. They have to talk to institutions, they have to talk to individuals. We will give them the names and all that. Do you think they can do that? They said, please give it. They सब ये लोग अच्छे से पढ़ते हैं, ज़्यादा बात नहीं करते हैं, they're not great with communication skills. We want them to do that. So we gave them that, and you should see these interns. They went around, they spoke to their neighbors, their friends, they went to some old age home, and they got in so many teachers. So what happened? The communication skills, marketing skill of the intern improves, and for us, we get more volunteers. So it's a win-win for both. So that way, the management and the administration and Asha Infinite team can sit and actually look at what exactly is required also, other than teaching. If there are any skill set, for example, we had another college who approached us, and we created one event because they wanted some leadership skills and all that for the children, and they did a fundraising event. It was conducted in the school itself. When you do a fundraising event, you have to tell your story right, you have to do marketing, you have to do advertising, you have to build credibility in the work that you're doing. There's so much of teamwork, there is management, there's so many things that's involved. There is one for that one event. So there are several things like this that we can curate for your students, wherein we and the management and our team can sit and discuss and then offer it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now may I invite Dr. Savita Chauhan, madam, for asking the last question and proceed with the program afterwards.
Hello. So as a faculty and a facilitator, I have a question on my mind that these students will be trained, no doubt. You will be having all the guidelines for them. But my question is how they will be guided, maybe in an orientation program, or step by step, by and by. How is that? That is my question.
So see, it happens in one go itself. Okay, the orientation is just 2 hours, wherein they are told how to access the resources, how to start the class and all those things. And we provide them a couple of documents for them to go through and understand, so that it remains with them for future reference even as they are teaching. But other than that, anytime they have any issue, they keep asking us. But only the phonics program, for example, if the interns take up teaching a 0 level student, that is when there is a little bit of learning that they need to do, especially if any of these interns are looking to be teachers in the future. If they want to take up teaching as their profession, then it is actually a great skill for them to learn. If they're going to teach primary children, small kids, how do you teach foundation English? So this is one thing. There is a little bit of learning that is required, that we will do it in phases. We don't want to burden the students also. What we will do, we'll teach little bit and let them start teaching the students, and then we will keep building on their knowledge.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. This is what I was looking forward to, because since they are new, so they will require your help, and in between by and by they will proceed. So yes, it will be a great help from your end.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever possible, that those combined meetings will facilitate them to share their own variety of experiences among themselves, so they can even deliver their duties in a better way.
Sure.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So the question answer session is over, and now I request our head of department.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Okay.
Excuse me, just wait a minute. Yeah, there are some, whether the president of the club or Deepak Deshpande or Girija Deshpande, if you have got any doubts about this program or questions for the students of meera, please ask. Because we are going to coordinate about our role if you want to ask anything. She's always available to us, but if you've got any questions, I want to know whether these students are from junior college or from degree.
These are all degree college students, ma'am, and we have selected second year students and third year students. We have not taken into account first years, freshers. So these are like semester 3, 4, 5, and 6 students.
Okay. So which months they have examinations, do let us know so that time they will get an off.
All right. We will also compile some questions if they have, and they will make sure that they reach to you, so that you will be able to answer all of them.
Sure,
So
sure.
thank you, ma'am. And here we are ending with our question answer session. And now I request the head of the department, Dr. Sachin Mumbai sir, to come for the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shweta madam. Well, we're at the end of the program. It's just a formality to express thanks, but being in charge of this project, I would like to express my concerns about, since I have already communicated it to Girija ma'am, but in front of all of us, I would like to mention it again that dear students, don't worry about your data. Don't worry about your phone number that is going to be shared with the third person. Girija madam has already assured me that your data will be fully secured.
Absolutely.
And Girija ma'am, I will be in touch with you whenever required, but when I saw the online form, that is Google form, there students' ID card is required, government approved ID card. So this is just a concern. I would be more than happy if you would clarify.
Yeah. So what happens to us, like how you are concerned about your students, we are concerned about our beneficiaries also. So now that we are connecting your students to our students, at least you have you know who your students are. Sometimes for us, what happens, volunteers and interns come from different walks of life. So they may not be coming through an institution, so we don't know who that person is. So we need some kind of a verification as to who this person is. Are they a student? Are they from an institute? So that is why we don't ask for any other financial details or any such thing. We just ask for a employee ID or a school ID, which may not be very, what would I say, a difficult thing to provide. So that, but when you're coming from an institution, I'm sure you people have all their details. If you are skeptical about providing that, that's okay. But for us, what happens when we take in random interns? So because we have a lot of individual students and interns, volunteers coming in and signing up with us. We don't know their background. We don't know who these people are. So we are also concerned when we connect them to our students. So for that purpose, we have this. But we can discuss that internally, and that can be left if you feel it's not required.
Yeah, because they are coming from the college. We know the guarantee. We have the guarantee that you have taken care of it.
For us, one job.
Otherwise, you just imagine some unknown person is interacting with, it could be a young boy, it could be a young girl. If the other person misleads them, that is why we have to take care of it. But in our case, it is not the right case. Yes.
Correct.
Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you. Thank you, madam, for giving our thoughts. I guess everything is clear to all our students now.
Yes.
With your consent and with the permission of the dignitaries, I move ahead towards the last part of the program, that is proposing formal vote of thanks. A warm and graceful good afternoon to all the dignitaries present here on and off the screen. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who really worked hard to make this event possible. At the outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Mrs. Girija Deshpande, Madam, Director Projects, Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite, who spared time from her busy schedule and missed the occasion. Today, we have an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this is surely going to encourage us in all our future endeavors. Madam, your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. Thank you so much for giving us a chance to be a part of this project. In fact, it is a life-changing project. I also express my sincere thanks to our guest speaker, Mr. Praful Yarwanka, President Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite, for sharing his ideas with us and briefing us about the various projects run by the team. My thanks are due to Ms. Meera Raman, Madam, founder of Asha Infinite Foundation, who provided valuable insights into the nitty-gritties of the project. We have no words to offer. Gratitude for your valuable guidance and encouragement to be a part of your mission to bring in positive change through education in the lives of thousands of underprivileged students. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our dynamic leader, Principal Dr. Asha Menon, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to take up this project. I'm also thankful to all the respected members of the management. They are the pillars of support for all of us, and their support, encouragement, and faith in us has always helped us to achieve higher goals. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a brief bird's eye view for the details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated teachers. I'm short of words for their involvement and willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zone. I humbly acknowledge the support we received from behind the curtain. I'm thankful to Mr. John and Ms. Hashmut Khan for extending logistic and technical support to make this program successful. Our sincere gratitude goes out to the student volunteers for taking a baby step towards touching the lives of hundreds of less fortunate students ahead. Last but not the least, a big thank you to each one of you. Thank you for being with us. It has remained a pronounced pleasure. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Always we are available for any doubts, so please get back to us.
Yes,
So
definitely.